Hello everybody, and this was a KBG opening game. This was the show match the night before the LAN event, and this was just a test run just to see that everything was working. Hardware, links to the LAN from myself. It was overall just a nice little test, and also a chance for some players to play a nice little warm-up game. It wasn't any specific teams. It was two mixed teams, and it was KBG Team A, which consisted of Abject, Aquila, Blade, Fantasy, iPod, and Scatman, and they came up against KBG Team B, which was Eugen, Flopg's, Leku, Mini, Williams, and Wood. So fairly balanced lineups overall. Like I said, this was just a fun game. It was going to be a normal best of 3, and this was just a little tester for the tournament. The only thing that was riding on this, I believe, is the loser had to buy the winner a round of drinks, pretty much. But that was about it. So enjoy this little show match. We should have all the games that I casted from the LAN event up over the next week or two. It will take a little while. I casted a good 30 or 40 games, but I should have every single one on YouTube very, very soon.
Prepare to fight.
Well, hey! Ready ups have come in, and this is going to be the first game effectively. It is a show match to test everything out at the LAN. As we are going to have Team A against Team B, which is basically a mixed team. Scatman, Blade, Abject, iPod, Fantasy, and Aquila against Leku, Mini, Flop, Wood, Williams, and Eugen. And we do have Team B on the attack, and they are getting pretty much face rushed by Team A on the first stage. Shot spawn for the defending team. As a rifle is going to come out from Flop. Isn't going to be able to pick up anyone on that middle area. He should. Oh, that was unlucky. Rifle did come out from Scatman there. I think that's one guy out for 20 seconds in that lower area. As what is going to get taken down. Abject. Oh, awful rifle from Scatman. I was bigging him up before the game. I'm eating my own words already. As a Blade double grenade comes in and sort of saves the day for his team. Abject did get quite a few kills in there. As we have Leku, who's made it into middle, but struggling to get into a hiding spot. He has taken Blade out for full spawn, but Blade's artillery reply is going to come in with a double frag. And what are the Axis team doing? Scatman's just like running around the map. I don't even know what's going on there. As we do have Wood on middle. He might still go for this flag. I think he's going to be able to do it on the spawn time. He actually is going to try and get on the Axis spawn time. Nice play. I don't know how the Axis player had no idea where he went. How could he lose him? So they are going to pick up the flag. They didn't spawn there, but they forced the Axis to spawn back. And the Axis now have to just set up on the CP stage. That defense was just so... What is going on there? Running around.
Dynamite planted.
Aggressive mines. Not what I like to see. I always like the defensive mines at CP. Because then they actually maybe do something. So the plant's going to blow. They didn't have a suit. They had to wait for quite a while. I'm going to try and pick up an Axis player. Blade gets taken down. Where's the field up at CP? Artillery comes down from Blade. He is going to be able to pick up one frag, but lots of frags coming towards the CP area. The Axis have to get in all the revives. 4 players in position. They are going to be able to hold on, but the respawn of the LI team are going to come across the top. Rifle's going to come out from Flop any second, and he has got a few players to aim at. Bad rifle grenade. He didn't predict the movement of iPod, who ran against the seawall, basically. I call it a seawall, but the mountain, rocks. As the push now coming towards CP. Abject picks up 3 MP40 frags on this stage, and he's playing a slightly different position than what we normally see him play when he plays for Team Solo B. The revives have been pretty decent for this team. For Team A, this is. Coming across the top. They are still putting pressure on CP, and they really should have control. There's 2 players in position, but I think there's only pistols in their hands. It's going to be Aquila actually picking up a frag. 2 frags with the Luger. And Team B are struggling to take control here at CP. As Mini's going to get taken down on the road. Abject has been absolutely wrecking so far. We'll pick him up. He whips out that Luger. Need in his hands. Might do some damage. He's all alone, I think, with the Luger. Artillery from Blade has to be big, and as you see, Abject is taken down. And there should be 4 or 5 allied players at the CP. Just Aquila. CP has been destroyed. Is there an engineer in position to get this built up? That is the question. I do not see one. Flop has been revived. He's going to have to get out of there. Artillery's still out on their heads. As Flop is actually going to get picked up. Maybe he's going to go back for CP. Williams is in position as well. So they maybe could have gone for that main plant. They had a little bit of time. They are maybe still doing it. As they haven't got the charge on Flop, unfortunately. CP has been built up for the allied team. Headshots rain out as Leku is actually going to get taken down by Abject. Bit of control here for the allied team. Can they exploit that? Going for that east plant. I think that was an Axis player trying to plant that. No, it wasn't. He didn't finish that off. Nades over the top. Scatman picks up 2 frags as he's going to go a little aggressive towards CP. Decides to kill out. As Axis team respawn back in. Nice respawn frag there from Scatman. We have Blade and Abject on this west side of the map. It's nice to see this west side defense. It is very hard to break down. Generally gives you some quite easy shots. Blade struggling a little bit. Short spawn. Another defuse actually comes in on the east side. Let's pick up someone else. Engineer Williams. Got a little bit of medic support. Nades are going to rain on through. He has dropped the dynamite, but he is going to get taken down. Where's that medic support? We're such seeing him get abandoned on the push. And that isn't great. iPod in the cave. He's going to go quite aggressive as Abject picks up 3 MP40 frags once again. And like I said, Abject and Blade, a force to be reckoned with here on supply. 5 frags for Abject. Is he going to be able to make it 6? No, Flop managed to take him down, but he's very low HP. Will he be able to finish off this plant in time? Just. He's actually standing on a mine. Very fortunate. Mine plant is going to go down on that main gate as well. So we are going to have the big objectives planted for the allied team. Maybe the Axis team going to go for diffusers here, as they are going to get quite a few kills. Scatman's on it, but there is a Panzer and a rifle comes down. And it is going to be cleared. No revives for the engineer. No other engineers in position. No other engineers in position. We are going to pick up Abject again. He missed his big frags. He's going to take a little bit of damage from west. Should know they're there. Decided to just hold on main. Probably a safer bet. I think there's 3 or 4 players in this position. And we are going to see Abject take Flop down, no problem at all. Gets dropped though, nice shot from Mini. And they might go for a boost here on this west side of the map. They're actually going to abandon that. They don't want to go for that boost. Oh, they're going back for it. They're going back for it. They want it. It is quite smart to get the boost up on west. It's very hard to deal with because you generally only have 1 or 2 players in position. I think Leku jumped up on the wall. It is Woot. It's always Woot. Woot knows how to do that jump. Utilises that quite well. Nice rifle comes out from Flop. Takes down iPod. Push coming in through the main gate here from the allied team. Nades are going to rain in though. Scatman picks up 2. Thought he had a rifle in his loaded up. He just decided to shoot against the ground. That's a K43, sir. Truck is moving a little bit. Flop on it. All alone. He's going to get shot in the back. Just decides to keep escorting. Nice play from Flop. Does get the truck into position. And again, the allies can move up onto the next main objective. West has already blown, as you can see. And the Axis have to decide what they're going to do now. Because they are getting a little bit... They are getting a little bit aggressive. Nice grenade, though, from iPod, actually, on the respawn. Going to slow down the push for the allied team. Gives the Axis a little bit of an opportunity to just push out. Abject on that west wall is actually going to drop down. Nice nade idea. Isn't going to be able to take him down. 3 players inside the spawn for the Axis team. Aquila's going to have someone to deal with here on west. He should have, at least. I heard some footsteps. Going to come up against Eugen. Easy frag for Eugen. Did take a bit of damage. But he should be able to make it in on west, and I don't think anyone's really adjusted for that. Woot and Eugen still inside the main compound. We're down to 6.5 or 7, just under 7 minutes remaining. Nice landmines from Fantasy. Picks up 3 kills. Needs to get them back up as soon as possible. As the Allied team has actually respawned back in. Will he go aggressive? He is going to go aggressive, try and get those mines down. He is actually going to take out a full spawn as well. And it does look like the Axis, of course. This is a mixed team, so can't be too harsh. But they're not really on the same page. Players are pushing out by themselves. As you can see, one or two at a time. 3 players still inside the spawn. And Blade decides to go a little bit aggressive. Nice give play from Blade. And he knows the respawn's coming in. He just needs to slow them down for a little bit, as the Allies are actually going to be able to storm on through. And they're going to push up for the objective. I don't think anyone's going to be able to get into position, as maybe there's going to be a Panzer from the back. I think rifle comes up nice from Scatman and the Panzer, but the engineer has been revived. Nades coming up again from Scatman, and they have managed to clear it out. Nice work from Scatman with the 2 rifle grenades. Panzer from iPod, and there just wasn't enough players. They had 5 players to push up, and the revives would have been easy. But they decided to wait back for the Freedom Strike. They decided to wait back for the respawn to try and get in some respawn frags. Maybe they just assumed, yeah, we've got this. Scatman picks up another 2 with a rifle grenade, and he's starting to find a little bit of form here on supply. Struggled at the beginning, maybe a little bit of nerves. He's going absolutely huge. Picked up 6-7 frags in the last minute. I need to pick him up. Where is he? Where is he? He'll be respawning in a minute. As you see, Scatman respawn back in. What's he going to do now? He thinks they're up top already. They are. And Scatman's going to save the day again. Really nice work from the German. As we do have iPod pushing in towards the objective. He is going to be able to give flop. And Scatman's just going huge. 8 frags, 9 frags. Saves the day twice. It's kind of standard rifle shots, but you've got to hit them. So now he's again trying to set up. They've only managed to drain like a minute and a half off the clock, the Axis team. There's still a lot of time to deal with. So this is still very manageable. Nice shooting from Aquila. He's not going to be able to finish off the frag. He got 2 headshots on his first 2 bullets. Brilliant 2-man nade from Flop. He's going to be able to push up. Needs to just push over the reviver. As we are, I think Blade's going to be key here. He is in what I would call a pretty lame position. Nice nade comes out. It's very hard to actually see him. He's going to get overrun. He's going to get overrun. Are the rifles going to come in from the back again? It is going to be Scatman once more. But the build comes in on the controls. The gold is going to be in the back of the truck very soon. 4 minutes remain for the Allied team to get a time on the clock here on supply. As the Allies are going to push in towards the back of West. Nice and easy frag for Eugen. Didn't have to work too hard for that one. 4 players on the track for the Allied team. Are the Axis even going to be able to slow this down at all? Mines in position on East. They will do a little bit of damage. Obviously, no one has to touch the mines. The truck has to even get close. Mini's going to walk over it regardless. He actually gets that frag as well. And they are going to keep escorting, as Williams in the back of the truck is going to be very important for his team. He decides to jump out. There was no need. There was no need. He could have got it at least to the front of main, and that would have been really good. I think he took full spawn anyway, so better to just wait for as long as possible. Respawning Axis are coming in. Leku nade in hand, tries to get a respawn frag in. Blade dodges that as it actually takes down his teammate. iPod taken down, and there's a lot of Axis players out, and that's the little push that the truck maybe needed to just get outside main. The artillery here might do a little bit of work. The Allied team need to escort this though. You did see 2 players just walk over it. As they have decided to move back. Maybe they knew the artillery was here. Nice grenade. Williams is going to get taken down, so it has slowed down a little bit. Eugen jumps straight back on it. Decides to go for a revive. Didn't slow down the truck at all. Nice play. 2.5 minutes remain. This isn't going to be the greatest of supply times, but it's pretty nice from both teams. Still some nice shooting. Nice team play on the attacks on certain stages. Nice saves from the likes of Scatman and iPod. So we are going to see a 13 minutes, about 30 minutes time, 12 minutes 40 seconds. Let's look at the frags. As we see 31 frags raining out from Abject, 4.9k damage, just behind 4.8k damage from Blade. I did say these 2 guys are going to be the aim beast, but look at who's out on top. Scatman had like a 14-15 frag spree in about 3 or 4 minutes, where he saved the objective twice. He just was like hero mode. Looking across to the other team, we do have 25 frags coming out from Flop, but not really the big hitters hitting how they should be. Leku and doing the big damage, getting some high frags. But of course, this is allies who are going to be a little bit under the cosh. It's going to be a bit harder. Now they have to defend. And what has renamed? Look at his name. Is this angry what? Is this headphones thrown against the wall what? Is this keyboard broken in half what? Everyone knows that what. That's dangerous what.
Prepare to fight.
Angry what? No one wants to mess with angry what, trust me. So we are going to have the ready up come in. And now it's Team A, who just defended for nearly 13 minutes to attack. We are going to have the Panzer in the hands of iPod. I'm going to try and pick him up off the start.
Fight.
He's not going to go in the upper area. He's just going to go straight for this. And he's going to get the shot off early, I guess. Panzer comes out. Does manage to pick up one, but Flop's big two-man rifle into the upper area is going to do the work. Another frag comes in for Flop. And it is going to be Leku with a double as well. And the first push from the Ally team is going to get shut down. Aggressive play here comes from Leku. And they have the spawn time. And a little bit of damage. Let's check out Flop. Will he be anti-stratted here? He is getting damaged a little bit. We saw... oh, there's someone at the flag! What happened there? What happened to iPod? Did he lag it out? I'm not sure what happened. There. Keyboard unplugged. that was so random that I'm just going to try and ignore it the best I can. As Flop is back in position in this upper area. Does decide to kill out. We'll stick with Wood now. He's playing field ups on middle. He definitely doesn't play this for his team. So he's playing... I'm not sure who plays this role. Dyler's role. Nice damage though with the shooting. Push coming into that lower area. Eugen's going to have to get in that revive. And so far, I think they've held off this first stage for about the same time that they were held. It really should have been a flag grab. I'm not sure what happened with iPod. That was really random. Nice shooting here from Eugen. Nearly takes down two. Abject is going to be able to get him. As the Panzer comes out. Misses. Leku with a double frag in quick return. And again, the Allied team has been shut down. Aggressive play here from Flop. He is going to be able to get one off the respawn. Abject taken down. I'm not sure if there's going to be another revive. Brilliant rifle. You saw it happening. Blade just eliminated. That's his Team Oxid teammate. A little wink towards his partner German. That's the next push again. Shut down by the Axis team. We have got a Panzer this time. I think he got revived Blade. So he's just waiting for an easy shot. And it's going to come into this right-hand side of lower area. Nice dodge from Williams, who managed to just predict that. You see the headshots there from Abject. He only had 2 bullets, 2 headshots. And the nade is going to go onto middle. Leku picks up a double frag again. Let's pick up Leku. He's been hitting a lot of shots. Wow. Wow. That two-man team kill. I'm not sure what that was about. As Leku has respawned. Push is down. Needs to be careful in this stairwell. He's going to get a team kill in. Eugen with the double frag. Williams going to get the mines down again. Williams is doing some good job with those mines. Getting him back up in position quickly. So he's going to push out. Leku actually gets dropped. Watch Mini. He's going to kill himself for the respawn. So has to wait on the stairs. Not sure what position he's playing. Is he in a medic on middle? I think he is. So Wood's been taken down, so now it's down to up to Mini. Nice double grenade though from iPod from the lower area. Another nade comes in. iPod just going mental with the nades here, but there's not enough ally players, I think, to actually take control. And they're going to have to respawn back in. So that was kind of fortunate for the Axis team. Lots of nades coming in. Weren't on the great spawn time though, as the push comes through. And they should have a plant in this low area. Where's the engineer? Fantasy's going to be able to drop that dynamite down. And he has got quite a lot of cover from his teammates. No revive coming in for Blade. I'm not sure who that medic was. I think it might have been Fantasy or Aquila. I think it was Aquila who just went full Rambo. Decided not to revive Blade. Probably like your best aimer in that situation. Nah, we don't even need him. That's the push from Axis. I don't think they're going to be able to defuse this. As the A team, the Allied team, are going to be able to pick up the flag. And our Axis is going to be able to get into position. It does look like they have respawned. Because this time it's just about to blow. But there won't be any mines. Or there might be one mine. Flop might be caught out. Needs to be careful. Aggressive play from Abject. He was hot on that. The potential that he'd be able to catch someone out. And him pushing has allowed him to not... Well, it's allowed them not to get more mines up into position on CP, which can be very useful.
Dynamite planted.
You hate to take full control, pushing across the top, and then just that one mine takes out half your team. Because a lot of players are weakened by the time they get to CP, taking a lot of damage. Williams here in position. I think he's all alone at CP. Allied players are here. Blade. That reloads. Nice shooting from Williams. He has got another player to his left. Easy frag. Made it look easy. He is going to hold CP for it by himself. I think he's going to kill out here. Smart play from Williams, but they should abandon the CP here. What you see happen a lot of the time is Axis players go full aggression to try and retake CP when they've obviously lost it. This is 100% lost. You should be setting up on West. You should be set. Look, they're just dying on the wall. Like, what? Why are they doing this? This is basic stuff. You should be in position here on West, and we don't see this just from these sort of mixed teams. We see this from like the big actual team. Why the 3 men at top of cave? Oh, if Flop's going to do this, then that's fine. Maybe the plant will go down on East. Strike. That was a not greatly positioned strike from Blade. And yeah, why aren't they here? They should be here planting. What is going on? Nice frag from Woods. It's the only frag for his team. As he's going to be able to shut down that engineer going towards the main plant, but I think there was a Flop, or Scatman, sorry, to push across. Fancy's actually going to be able to finish that off. Maybe it was him who got taken down. Nice two-man frag comes out from Scatman. Just clearing out East. Nades over the top are going to be able to slow it down as well for the Axis team. And maybe you're going to have a bit of freedom for the allies to just plant inside East. Scatman waiting for his charge, potentially. As there are maybe a move in for the defuse. Brilliant rifle comes out for Scatman. He was well on top of that. And he gives up his charge to save his team on that main plant. Scatman's been doing some really nice shots. But they are running out of time. What's two-man airstrike on the respawn? Well, it wasn't a respawn, but it was a two-man airstrike. Just going to shut that thing down a little bit. Panzer comes out. Mini just... I think too much 3-on-3s for Mini. No Panzer there, of course. Do you see Leku in position here on West? Truck's in quite a nice position for the Axis. They can use it as cover. Can be quite hard for the Allied team. Because you have to push, as you see the angle that he's holding, you have to push quite a lot inside main to be able to shoot these guys. Very slow. We've got 3 players on West here. Yeah. Didn't get that reviving. Nice grenade. Nearly got the two-man. That would have been the gib and the kill. Shots from outside main. Nice shooting from Abject. Takes down Eugen there. Really nice shot. Push comes in towards East and they are taking a little bit of control. The Axis will start to fall back. Leku, very aggressive play on the wall. Do they know he's here? Panzer's going to push in. It is going to be iPod, who actually manages to get off the shot. I thought he was going to get taken down there. The time is running out for the Allied team. They need to get this truck into position. They've only just planted West. I think they're about a minute behind. Obviously, it can change very quickly. Especially considering the saves that Scatman did on their defense. As long as they get it first try, then I think it'll be advantage back for the attacking team. Nice rifle from Flop. He's going aggressive towards his own spawn. He knew someone was there. Actually gets taken down for a reasonable amount of time. 10-15 seconds. The guys on truck are doing a good job though. They're slowing it down. Even if the allies get up top here, they haven't got the truck into position. And the respawn is actually going to come in from the Axis team and they're just going to stream up top. Safe play. I'm going to try and pick up Flop. This is going to be really important that he picks up some big shots. It isn't going to be the saving shots like we saw in the last half. This is going to be just the hold at the top, which is a little bit better practiced if I'm honest. The saving shots are a rarity. They are very nice, but they're very much the rarity. As we have Flop here at the top of the stairs, as the push comes in for the... well, he hasn't loaded up the rifle. That could have backfired. He isn't going to be able to pick up a kill. Bit of damage coming in. He's trying to play off Mini here. Maybe telling him to go a little bit aggressive. Oh, it's pretty boring here at the top of the stairs. Should be action-packed, as Flop is actually going to be able to get a double grenade in reply. Nice rifle comes out of Scatman, but he isn't going to be able to pick up more than Mini. And the Allied team, like I said before, are running out of time. Time is of the essence. Respawning Eugen is going to push on towards the stairs. He should get taken down. And as you see, 3, 4 frags come in for Team A. And I'm going to pick up Wood. It's going to be pretty much all on him. Where is he? Oh, brilliant revives. He actually picked up half his team there. Nice work from Wood. And this looks good for the defending team. Keep losing track of who's who because the Team A, Team B is not very descriptive. Abject pushing through east here. Really, really boring and slow from the Allies at the moment. They need to group up and just push really quickly, basically. Where it comes up top. Doesn't get any frags in. Does get a bit of damage. Nice headshots from Abject, but doesn't finish off the frag. And here come his team. And they're waiting again for the respawn. They took out 3 or 4 last time, and again they take down a few. Eugen waited a little bit to get out of his spawn this time. Again, Flop in position at the top. And some shots. I think this is going to be it for the Axis. That is a cheeky dynamite. We'll stick with Flop here. So he's going to put a bit of damage in, but Abject gets 2 frags at the top of those stairs, and he might have cleared it for his team. Does this dynamite do the damage? Well, they have actually built it. They built it. I didn't even realise. There was no noise. I didn't get any indication that it was getting built. As the Allied team have got the gold in the back of the truck. And that's it. Scatman has to get this round, basically. As the nade's going to come in. Nice grenade from Mini. That was kind of lucky, if anything. He just threw it. Just chucked it at the truck. But Abject is going to be able to respawn back in. And he has got the help of Fantasy here on East. Fantasy gets taken down. Abject all alone. He has to get this frag, or it's game over. With a minute left, there are 4 Axis players in position on this east side of the map. Nades rain over. Push going to come in main and east. Here comes the push through main. iPod straight on the truck. Really nice from iPod. Just a real aggression. That's that American freedom of aggression, as he's going to be able to pick up 2 frags. And the truck's going to get pushed out main. What a recovery from the Allied team, but they decide to kill out. And they need to get back on this truck quickly. Fantasy pushing in through main. Again, the truck's pushing forward, and this really should be the Allies now. As Aquila just needs to stick on the truck. There's not enough time, surely. Oh no, the frags come in, and I think that's the Axis holding on to save the day. They have about... I've got no idea if they've got enough time. 15 seconds from this point, it's going to be do or die for the Allied team. They can't have the truck slow down. I think this is it for the Axis. I think they've got this. Really unfortunate for the Allied team. That 3-player defense of the truck on the push. Look how close that was at the end. But see how slow they were. See how slow they were. Oh, man. If they would have grouped so much better, it took them like 2 minutes. An iPod, I built it and didn't press. I didn't even know he built it. Oh my god. Looking at the frags, 60 frags comes out from Flop, 7.8k damage. Woot picks up 9.3k. I think this is the first map Woot has ever played at LAN. So 9.3k damage in his first map. Is that LAN proofed? I don't know. I think it is. 60 frags come out from Scatman. Really, really impressive from Scatman. 53 frags from Abject. And who else is top of the pops? Anyone else hitting 9.1k damage from Abject as well. But I really like the Gibbs. 80 Gibbs. It's about 30%. So it's just under 30%. But this couldn't be closer. Nearly 40k to 40k damage. Really nice. So here we go. This is going to be the attack from Team B. I'm going to have it here on Gold Rush. Very familiar map for both teams. So they should know what they're doing. They should know what they're doing. Yeah, I've got Flop really quick off the start towards that side area. And he is going to get that nade off. He should be able to pick up some damage or frags here. Very slow from the Allied team. Maybe they're doing a big main push. Yeah, they have. Well, okay. Flop was just desperate. He was scared. I'm not sure where the allies are going. They must have gone all the way around the back. Or just very slow. It does look like they were very slow at side. So you have got Scatman pushing in now. Rifle off the spawn. Isn't going to be able to pick up any frags. Nades start to rain over. And he's not going to be really given too much of an opportunity to shoot here. Rifle comes out. Tries to get the close medic. He's actually going to take him down. Leku managed to get 2 frags in. Does get dropped eventually. Do have Williams here at main, and he does get dropped. The mines did go down. He's going to respawn back in. Allies are starting to push out, and the respawning axis are going to come in. 4 or 5 players are going to get slowly pushed out by the Allied team. Flop, a key man for the Axis team, gets taken down, and a bit of a build comes in towards the tank. Revive will come in at this back area, and they had 2 people spawn back. That could have really backfired. And that was a pun. Shout outs to Sharky there. As the push is actually just going to come in main, and this must be just because the tank's so close. As another engineer is just going to dive in, and he is going to be able to build it and save it. Aquila decided to stay outside main with a nade in his hand instead of pushing and potentially revive the medic. Fortunately, it didn't hurt. Didn't damage his team. As you're going to see Williams try and get a barrier build in here. Dodges the nade by mistake. He just ran out of charge and moved. Is he going to kill a teammate? No, he's not. So he should get that build in. As we'll actually pick up iPod here. He's on the Panzer, and he's got Abject as well. He's going to push towards this stairwell, and he might be able to get a big shot off. It does manage to get a big shot off, but it's only 1-man kill, and it was just to try and save the barrier. He could have taken down the 2 medics. I'm not sure. Either way, it's been pretty much cleared out as Abject picks up 2 frags with the Thompson. Push coming in towards side now. Scatman is going to back up his engineer. Sorry, Scatman is going to get backed up by Aquila. And Scatman the engineer is going to be able to get that plant down. That fantasy dropped. And a lot of control here of the Allied team. They have got full barrier control. Axis need to try and get a bit of damage on that tank. Maybe go for a defuse here. They have already built up CP. They haven't built up CP. And it's only Aquila just kind of laming at the top of the ladder. Gets 3 kills for his team. And it was going to be an airstrike out from what he's going to get a bit of damage in. Gets a frag. And the tank should be damaged here. Nope. I don't know how he didn't damage the tank. I don't know what happened there. Malfunction. iPod's going to get that looping grenade off. Nice iPod. Oh, that's so unlucky. He is going to be able to pick up 1. I think that's flopped out for a long spawn as well. Yeah, Dot. Not happy. Although he has a big smiley face. I'm pretty sure he's not smiling. Tank has been pushed past the barrier, so no real build to come in. So we have got Mini here. Very aggressive, gets taken down. I guess the A-team defense are going to respawn back in. Look at Abject go. Been hitting some shots today. Gets shot in the back from the balcony. Not sure what sort of monitors they've got at the LAN event. I hope that it's like 120, 144 FPS. Like 120, 144 FPS will be actually useful on the high hertz monitors. Nice, two frag from iPods. Make that 3. Picks up the MG. He's going to try and continue it. A bit too aggro. Done a short spawn, not a problem. Strike has actually come out from the Allied team, and that might get a bit of team damage in. Fortunately, you can't destroy the tank yourself. Imagine you could destroy your own tank. That would be pretty bad. What's going to get completely taken by surprise. iPod just assassins in. Abject's already made it to the barrels as well, and the tank needs to get built up and put into position from the Allied team. I'm not sure if there's any engineers in position. Scatman's just going aggressive, chasing the frag, as he's actually going to get taken down very low. He didn't actually get taken down low. I assumed he would have taken some damage there, but he didn't really. It's on half HP. He's going to build up that tank. Yeah, I'm going to be able to get the build in. Should blow the doors off. Blow those bloody doors off very quickly. Maybe 2 players out for spawn though for the attacking team. I'd see maybe going to aim for getting the barrier. Did Aquila nearly shoot his teammate? I don't know what happened there. Oh. Two-man team kill on the artillery. I think that's just aggression on the respawn, so not too much of a problem from the Axis team. But not ideal. No, they're actually up for 10 seconds. That was really strange. CP is going to be built up by the Ally team. And they've got 10 minutes nearly on this backstage, and that's a lot of time. That's a lot of time. They managed to get all the first few key stages in 5 and a bit minutes. Not much of a push coming out just yet. They haven't blown that barrier. The truck. Nice shot there. What takes down iPod. I think iPod's got his Panzer up again. We're playing second arch. We'll see a couple of players switch up the roles. Nice rifle towards third as Scatman does take down one. Another rifle in towards bank. Gets a little bit of damage, but he does get taken down. Push through respawn is going to get shut down as well. Axis holding the second arch like back spawn. I think Williams needs to get his rear to third. He's going to start getting overrun. You did see this on the last map. Allies been a little bit slow, not grouping very well. Some easy headshots there. Not so easy when he can shoot you back though. This third arch defense is holding up pretty nicely, but a rifle or a Panzer here, look at the grouping. It'll be pretty damaging. But what are the Allies doing? We haven't seen much of a push yet for ages. Rifle did try and come in on this back area. And the back of third is going to get a little bit cleared out. Mini needs to get picked up and Axis hold on again. So it feels like we've got 6 Axis players and like 4 Allied players. Not really pushing together very well. So that's going to be one out for a long spawn. Full spawn for 1 or 2 actually. Flop and Leku. Big names for the defensive team. And here comes the Allies. They really need to take control now. They've got a couple of players to deal with at third. As their revive isn't going to come in. And Mini's going to get dropped as he tries to go for flop. And there is one player in the bank. There is one player in the bank. It is going to be Williams. He managed to pick up one frag. Where is he? He's got the support of Woods. Where's Williams? He's all by himself. Support will be coming around the back of bank very soon. As Allies pushing in towards this third sort of corridor area. Interesting grenade there from iPod. He seems to just absolutely crap himself. And the Axis have somehow just very, very easily reclaimed this. They've already drained another 3 minutes off the clock. And I did say on paper that the A team did look like they had maybe the better team, better aimers. And especially considering Scatman's performing very well, I'm not sure what's going wrong with them. Not sure what's going wrong. They are making their way in towards third now. The revives to come in. Fancy's going to have to find a little hiding spot. He's going to get taken down for 4. Nice headshots from Leku. Doesn't get the frag, but that was a lot of damage. And it seems to be very easy. He's trying. That was Flop telling Mini where to play from. Play there. Sit there. As Team B holding on quite easily. Grenade from Eugen. Nice grenade from first arch. He's going to just push out. He has got a long spawn here. He's going to stay alive for a little bit. Actually going to get a team killed. He'll respawn back in. I'm pretty sure he's the first arch player. I'm going to try and pick him up. Nice shot from Eugen. Takes down Blade. Double frag comes out. And I did say before this event that Blade hasn't looked his normal dominant self. I hope he managed to pick himself up for the 6-on-6 tournament. No call comes in that the push came in through first. And iPod just picks up an easy frag onto Woods. And he was out. He's out for a little while. Not too long. 10 seconds. Sort of left these guys in the bank in the lurch. No first and second defense. It doesn't seem to. And Mini gets caught out again. He's out of position. He wants him in that corridor. You saw Flop shooting that corridor a couple of times just to say I want you here. And it does look like maybe the Allied team is going to be able to take a bit of control here, but the revive eventually comes in as the a couple more Allied players pushing towards this back of third arch. As a nice rifle comes out, medic taken down, Flop all by himself, grenade comes out from Aquila, and we will see the revive come in, and one more player for Team B, Leku. He doesn't seem to have too much of an idea. Williams is there to support him, but it's all on Leku now. As he's actually going to try and get the frags in, he's going to get overwhelmed. More players coming in for the Axis, as you have got someone in the objective room. I mean, he's going to get a lot of bullets off, get a couple of frags in. There is one more player in the objective room, and maybe it's going to be a full there for Mini. And maybe even Wood as well. They might have killed out a bit too... might have been very ill-timed on the kill outs. I'm not sure where the objective's gone. Did it make it away? It has. iPod has taken a few shots. He is going to be able to make it up the ammo road and towards the CP respawn. Just as the allies are coming in as well. So Axis don't spawn for another 10 seconds. He should maybe go for this. He's worried. I don't blame him. He's worried. I do think Wood and Mini were out for quite a long spawn there. Nice shooting again from Eugen. He's got the objective. I'll try and stick with them. It's going to be iPod again. He's just waiting in. As Axis have a lot of control here at Truck. They have actually built up the barrier again, I believe. So allies have to be a bit speedy. This isn't the sort of team that we've seen to be speedy. They're very slow and methodical. We'll say methodical. We'll be we'll be kind, patient. Try and be nice. As the objective is going to push through. One Axis player is in position to try and get some frags in, but he's not going to be able to shut things down. Wood gets dropped, but the plant needs to go down on the barrier very, very soon. 2 minutes, 42 seconds. Nice nade comes out. He's going to be able to take down one of the medics. I don't see an SMG engineer anywhere. It is just Scatman on the rifle. He has put that dynamite down in an awful position, and he'll just get shot. He should have... He knows what he should have done. I don't need to tell him. That was really poor. I think he was just trying to get it down as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, the respawn was coming in. And it does look like Axis is going to be able to get this full hold in. Which I'd say is pretty impressive. So the push comes in from behind the truck area. Bit of lag. Not sure if that was server side on me or what. Nice shooting from Williams. He's going to get quite a bit of damage in. And they have got an SMG engineer here in iPod who's needs to go for this plant. Dynamite has been dropped by Scatman. Nice artillery though. And will he just try and plant this? He's going to try. He's going to fail. Flopgy's picks up 2 frags. MP40, third with the artillery. They have got a lot of engineers now. I think they've got 3. They have indeed. Plant has been dropped. Oh, had to see. That's probably a smart idea, but not a lot of time on the clock. Oh, brilliant grenades up from Flop and Leku. 2 taken out, and I think that's one of the engineers. There's 2 players on the stairwell. Aquila had no chance there. I'd say he had no chance. They needed a 3rd player to take him down. When he maybe brings out the needle a bit too quickly. That's an airstrike on the respawn as well, and it could be big. He isn't actually going to be able to pick up anyone. They managed to make it into the under CP. Allied team haven't got enough time now. They haven't got enough time. I think this Allied team needs like an extra 5 minutes on the infra map. Because they're very, very slow. Bit too chilled. Quilla picks up 3. We weren't trying.
Dynamite planted.
So the plant does eventually go down. We have Blade here. Getting a bit of damage in. Gets 2 frags from behind the box. This isn't going to count for much. This is just to pad the stats a little bit. Oh, Leku. He's been hitting some nice headshots with the pistol. So that's going to be a full hold, and I was yawning by the end of that one. So those attacks were pretty just Yeah. So looking at the frags, 43 frags coming out from Woods. I have got a donation. I'll check that donation when I switch to my main page. Thank you very much for that, Woods. As 43 frags coming for Woods. 6k damage for Eugen and Leku. We saw Eugen doing some really nice work on first arch, and we saw Leku hitting some pretty decent headshots with the pistol. Look here across to the other team. We have got 22 frags from iPod, but no one really shining. Fantasy having a real tough time. Doesn't seem to be going his way. So we are going to have the attack come off. We'll probably see another map. I'd like to see some fast maps, because these sort of maps are boring between mixes, I think. Like Adler Nest, I'm talking about in terms of viewing. Maybe they enjoy playing this sort of map, but I mean, Supply actually wasn't too bad at times. But Adler Nest is like, it's enforced fun, because it's just going to be so chaotic. Same with like Frostbite, could be good as well. Ready up, Sir Williams. Prepare to fight. So ready up does come in, and we'll see what sort of defense team A can hold off on. My prediction was that for them to be good, to be the dominant team, but their attacks. Their attacks are pretty
Construct the command post.
Pretty poor. We're going to see aggression from iPod coming out main. He's not going to be able to do much. Scatman picks up too. And Scatman's been doing some great work. I'm not sure if he's playing for a 6-on-6 team or not, or if he's there just to help out at the LAN. But he's been on fire. It's been the game of his life. 60 frags on Supply. I think he's got 20 odd frags here on Gold Rush so far. That was 20 frags on a pretty bad attack. Let's get his head ripped off there. Eugen managed to take him down, and a lot of allied frags come in. Maybe they're going to be able to push him towards the tank. Respawning Axis will be in very soon, and they're not going to be able to take too much control. I'm not sure how far back the Axis are going to be able to get. I managed to take down one for full spawn. For some reason, there are a couple spawning back. So we are going to see the push coming towards main from the allied team. Nice 2 headshots from Aquila there. Rifle comes out from flop. He is going to be able to take down the guy who watches main. I think that bounced off the tree. Push coming in towards side, and they have got a nice medic backup on this push, and that's how you play medic. Play with your needle out, right behind the player who's going to take all the damage. As you do see a Gib come out underneath the tank. Are they going to go for that build? No. And that was... They were scared. I don't even think all the Axis spawned here. They just assumed they lost it. I think a lot of the Axis spawned back. They have 3 Axis players spawned back. They're pushing up the back as quickly as possible. And I don't know how the Team B didn't take control here. They have only got one more player to deal with in Scatman. He's going to have to go absolutely mental. Picks up one. Reload comes in. It's actually got a bit of support. Scatman with a big 3-man frag. Aquila was there to support him. And Scatman again saving the day for his team. Got a bit of support this time. And they built the tank barrier. They gave it up. They gifted it. They handed it. Gift wrapped. And allies just didn't want it. They didn't even take it. Nothing. No. There's 5 allied players there just watching their spawn. Strike would have slowed them down a little bit. The push is going to come in through side. Now they should take it. Please. Williams is going to build this up. Respawn is actually going to respawn heavier here. iPod's Panzer. I'm not sure what that was about. I'm thinking he was trying to shoot the front of the tank. There's a lot of frags that are going to go Team A's way. They have lost the tank. They have got the barrier built up. Nice grenade from iPod. Triple grenade on the respawn. But there will be revives to come in. And that's a lot of the respawn just dealt with. Fantasy's going to stay out on full. And he's going to get the damage and Gibbs. It's the old crouch and press forward. Gets a lot of players auto prone. Fantasy's going to get caught out. He is going to be able to get one on the frag. Build coming in on the tank. Artillery at the top of the hill here. He's going to be able to get a bit of damage. Make that a frag. Minnie's going to get taken down. And they do know Abject's here at main. They should know he's there at main. Nice attempt by Flop, but I don't think he went towards ammo. Went towards side. Nice shooting from what takes down Abject as Team Solo B teammate. A lot of people on paper would say Abject's probably the better shooter, but What is no slouch in terms of the shooting ability. He's got some pretty good aim. He's one of them players where he's got so many other facets to his game that are good. You sort of just forget that you can actually aim with the best of them. Watching Mini, he's going to run into the Death Squad axis push on towards the back of the ammo hill. And he should be able to give a lot of info to his team. The build plant has been blown, but there's no one in position, and they might just be able to get a free build. Not sure if they've got a second engineer or not, as it doesn't look like they've got a second engineer. Scatman has wasted a bit of charge as well. They only have to tap the tank, now they have to build it. Laid into position just to try and stop this from happening. They need to build this, Scatman. Where have you gone? Get your charge in on that, sir. Oh, that could have been really nice for the Axis team. Should get a bit of damage on the tank. I think it might get blocked, actually. Oh, just in time. Just in time. Very fortunate. So I need to get rebuilt. That Panzer.
Great shot.
Aggressive from Team A. Abject is hunting somebody. Nice shot from Abject. I got finished off by iPod. Scatman does get a two-man rifle grenade on that side area. Does get taken down. Lekko again picking up more frags. As the nade's going to get looped over the top. May have been spotted there. That crouch messed with him. That's a long spawn. Abject, unfortunately. Was kind of surprised he messed that shot up. Just like comes up next to Abject and is reloading. Like, please. But the tank is going to be able to get into position. Thought we were going to get the first stab at LAN. Bank is going to get blown open. And we have Flop picking up a rifle shot. And he has made it in towards third as well. Grenade's just going to come out. He's not going to be able to do too much with that. 8.5 minutes for the Axis to hold off. This is going to be very difficult. We did see it get held off for a longer time on the last half. I think they got to this stage at 9.5 minutes, if I'm not incorrect. Looks like Blade wanted to do an airstrike in his own spawn there. I think Blade normally plays second arch, but he has given it up. So he's going to go quite aggressive. Gets taken down. Williams pushes him through first. And he's going to have like 3 or 4 seconds to get out of dodge. He has got the back off of Flop there. No team kill revive coming in. He's just going to hold it off best he can. Shine the back. Info is given. Where are the rest of the allied teams? We're seeing sort of the... This is what happens with mixed teams. A bit harder to attack on mixed teams. That cohesion. Blades will be able to pick up a third. Respawns back in. Nice grenade from Woods. Takes down 2. He is going to be able to get his hands on the objective as well. They should have seen that, but they wouldn't have been able to go anywhere. He's just going to run straight out the front of the bank. And he's making it away. And he's going to go up Arrow Road. No, he's not. He decides to go... He would have got shot regardless, but he was like, oh, I haven't been shot once. I'm going to just go on the bridge. It should be good. And no, they're going to be able to pick up the objective again. This time it is, who's got the objective? Williams. He's only on the pistol. Nice headshot towards Abject though. Gonna get overrun. Maybe gonna get stabbed. Heard noise behind him. So another secure comes in for the team A. But they have got a lot of allied players in position here at third arch. Don't know if there's anyone in bank for the Axis team. There is not. And it's going to be Mini to get his hands on the objective. 2 frags coming in for Team B as well. And they are starting to clear things out as Mini's going to push towards the long road. Taking a little bit of damage. Gets the revive in. He's got Abject as the main issue. As Abject is going to be able to get that frag. I'm trying to pick up Abject. He's going to be able to secure this maybe. Brilliant shooting from Abject. Who was that last guy? Leku got... I think he broke his legs and he just couldn't move. How are these secures coming in? They're not really using cover too well. 5.5 minutes. I did read that it was a best of 3. That means if it's a double full hold, theoretically, there will be a third map. If it's a best of 3. I don't know. I don't know. It's only a show match. It's a bit of fun. Nice rifle from Flop. Starts opening things up. Rifle towards first as well. Backs up some teammates at third. He is going to take a lot of damage though, and Williams needs to get in these 2 revives. He has got 1 of them in and 2. Quiller's going to try and get in some damage. Gets the revive in again. Nice work from Williams, keeping the team rolling. And Woot's going to just push back. He knows they've got a bit of control here. Just trying to get the kill on the respawn. Nice work from Woot and Leku. Managed to take down 1. There's a couple a second as well. Get the damage in. Flop's going to be able to pick up a frag as well with the rifle. And it's pretty much just Scatman here. And I don't think he's going to be able to hold it off. Blade is the last player alive for his team. That's it. That's it. It's not going to be a double full hold. It should be an easy escort. And Team B going against the script. Look to pick things up. Get a 4-0 victory. There's going to be another map. I don't mind casting another map. Actually, I'm not sure how late it is. Merlin needs his sleep. Because tonight's probably the last night of decent sleep I'm going to get for a few days. Williams continues the escort on the truck. I do hit Axis bouncing along. Nice frag comes out. Woot takes that frag. And it should be an easy escort now for the Allied team. They're just going to sit up in the courtyard, try and get those spawn kills in. As Axis are going to push out first and second. Woot in the bank, up against Fantasy, just rips his face off with the pistol. And Quiller manages to push in and finish things off for the Axis team. But the truck's going to keep on rolling home. No crush stuff going on. That was the last time. Maybe we are going to see a crush. That just looks so weird. That just looks so weird. So let's pick up the frags. We have got 44 frags coming out of Abject, 43 from iPod, 43 from Scatman, 8.3k and 7.4k for a couple of players as well. Looking across the other team, 54 frags from Eugen. He went very impressive from Eugen. Leku as well, 54, Woot 59, Flop 57, some big numbers. 9.9k damage for Woot. Woot had 9k on the first map, 9.9k on the second. And I think he picked up some big frag numbers. So that might be it. That might be it.